Hello and welcome to Boarding Party's D&D campaign. Featuring Bentley Woods, CJ, D. Blackwater, Milo Reuter, and Phoebe Wilhine. I'm Drew, the Game Master for the Laris region. While Bentley and CJ work with their teams to get stronger, Manny feels the pull of the mystical Sierras. Alright, so we have a couple things on the agenda today. I'm going to start off nice and simple with CJ because I have an easy idea for how to help you.
Let's hear this easy idea.
So,
and then I'm going to say, no, let's make it more difficult.
Yes.
Because that's me.
But I'm also just going to give you a bunch of gifts and then we're going to move on. So.
That sounds good.
Yeah. CJ, through your travels, you remember, you have contacts, you have people. I will, for now, let you know of a dead drop location.
I'm intrigued. You're not here right now. Oh, what?
Earmuffs.
A word from the heavens.
Earmuffs. In Alluvia, right now, under the tallest building that isn't the large golden statue, there is a parcel stuffed beneath a trash can. And you make your way there.
Just for me. Gotta go get it.
You make your way there. There is a name tag on there that says, "Hello, my name is Charles Johnson." And you just...
I know him.
Yeah, and you just...
I know that guy.
Yeah. But you can see the C and the J are written in different letters. Or not different letters, different colors, rather. And as you pick this box up, it's quite heavy. It's quite heavy. And it kind of rattles around, and you're like, I should be careful with this. I don't want to break it.
If it's what I think it is, it could be dangerous.
Yes. But as you...
Just picking up bombs?
Yeah. As you make your way to a safe and private location and carve it open, you see a number of things that immediately you're like, oh, snap. One is familiar to you. You've seen these before. Bentley has fired this thing before. It is a sonic cannon. Also known as a sound gun, depending on who you ask.
We love that.
There is also a about 6-inch long, like silvery steel rod in there, which is unfamiliar to you.
Okay.
There is a knife handle with what looks to be a retractable device in the front of it. You'd have to mess around with it to figure out what it does.
Okay.
And a parcel of ammunition.
Sweet.
Per your specifications. There is also a letter therein that says, "Dear CJ, didn't think I'd ever hear from you again. Sorry about your sister. But you have more than one sister. The other one's been up to some shady biz. I don't know specifics, but they've been artificially rendering sources of power.
Uh-oh.
Be on the lookout. The road looks dangerous. Glad you're doing okay. Scarlet."
Thanks, girl.
So, Mr. J, you have in your inventory, if you'd like to write it down, a sonic cannon, a baton, 8 pieces of ammunition, specifically the darts that you have used in the past, and whatever that knife is, just a knife handle. You can write down special knife if you want to, or knife with a star, whatever works best for you.
Cool.
You also, for the future, have a means to communicate with Scarlet and get dead drops of information and or leave dead drops of information.
Sweet.
The choice is yours.
Oh my.
I love it.
Now that that's been handled.
Yeah, it has.
A few days have passed since then, CJ. So I will say, that is how you've sort of figured out what some of your stuff does. None of it came with instructions, and a lot of it's some newer tech. That is new tech. Anyways.
Some sweet new tech, bro.
Yeah. It's on one of the days that you're messing with all this equipment that one Mr. Ben T. Lee,
Woods.
a small Cubone hand, finds its way to your shorts and just goes, "Hey,
It's time.
I feel the call."
Wow.
And that long, like, dark saber bone just points to the door of the manor. And you can see he yearns. He yearns to travel.
Yeah, buddy. Get my team together and start walking out with Sir Manfred.
All right. I'll throw out at this point, CJ, while you're doing some disarm training, you see Bentley headed out with Manny Manfred.
Are you doing the thing?
Yeah, he says it's time.
Are you going by yourself?
Do you want to come?
Definitely.
All right.
I mean, I said I was gonna come, right? If we're going, we're going.
Yeah, it's time to go.
All right.
So if you're ready.
Yeah. No, but when am I ever ready?
Yeah, well, here it's pretty scary in there, but can't be scarier than everything we've already faced. So that's kind of my frame of mind.
It'll be great. It's gonna be great. It'll be good. It'll be great.
It'll be fine.
It'll be
It's good. It's good. It's fine. It's cool. It's alright. It's cool. It's
It'll be
fine.
It's cool, it's fine.
All
We'll
right.
figure it out.
All right, boys. As you collect yourselves, the tots have been a bit scattered for the last 2-3 weeks. You guys have been getting stronger in your own ways. You haven't really been checking in with each other other than, hey, be back here before sundown, otherwise, the manor will close and you'll have to camp under the stars, which has happened to a few of you a few times, I would imagine, as you kind of go your separate ways. But as the two of you step out from the manor into the beautiful, immaculate Route 101 just outside of Oriander City, you see, stretching out before you, the very tall Amberite Sierras. And you see Manny Manfred just immediately start plodding along.
Just follow in his wake.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's doing, right?
I feel like it's just like instinct, you know? Like he gets to a certain point and then it's just Pokemon nature.
Yeah, I mean, is that what Diego said was gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, not in so many words, but yeah, he just said that he would eventually feel the call to go to the Sierras and he'd have to go, so...
But, like, what's gonna happen?
I don't really know. We'll have to figure that out, but clearly Manny has some sort of direction in mind. He's just kind of... I mean, look at him. He's really focused.
Yeah.
I've never really seen him like this. He's usually kind of happy-go-lucky and fun, and I mean, obviously, going where you went sounded like a truly awful experience.
You know it, bro.
Yeah, well...
Speaking of horrifying experiences, between the two of you, give me a perception check or insight on Manny.
I like how that started. That's good. Horrifying experiences.
Yeah.
Look at your boy.
Yeah. My boy!
What did you say it was?
Perception or insight.
Or insight.
Yeah. And I'll say, CJ, you can make one if you'd like.
Is there anything like probably should have asked this like 900 years ago, but like a difference between checks of perception and insight, like in terms of what you can discover?
Perception is on the surface. Insight would be like, is he acting different?
I gotcha.
So
okay.
entirely your choice between the two of you. I would say for CJ, it's probably just perception, but Bentley, I would allow perception or insight.
I got 22.
22?
Yep.
Okay.
Holy cow.
I only got a 9, but I'll do insight.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say, Bentley, you notice, but you're not really able to pinpoint why. You guys have been through it a lot.
Yeah.
You've been through the ringer.
Yep.
So it's no surprise that especially your younger teammates have kind of withdrawn. They've sort of pulled within themselves, especially anybody that was in or near everything that went down. But CJ, you notice, given your recent attempts to interact with a few of the moon-touched individuals, the bottoms of Manny Manfred's feet share that same dull gray.
Interesting.
As he just plods along, you can just see behind each step, he's not picking up any dirt or dust from nearby. It's just gray at the bottom of his feet.
He wasn't like the same as the other ones, though, right? As far as the moon touch goes, like he succeeded and was okay. He's not feral.
I mean, I guess like he got out, and you got out, and Wadsworth, in effect, got out, I guess, unscathed, because Wadsworth is Wadsworth. But, I mean, to my knowledge, but, I mean, I don't know what happened to the Shadow. Like, if I had to guess,
he's gone now.
I would say, like, maybe the Shadow protected Manny while you were in that realm.
It makes sense.
And maybe...
Well, he came out beforehand, too, right?
Yeah, but
So he wasn't
just
in there as long.
Well, I mean, who knows how long it was, really, but...
I mean, I was in there for at least, like, 70 years, so...
Yeah, that's what you keep saying.
It was forever.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a feeling like the Shadow was looking out for him, and that's the reason why he was able to get out and not look like dragging a Huntail, and to a lesser extent Bang, even though Bang's clearly not himself.
Yeah, that's not...
But why? Why do you ask?
Because did you see his feet? Have you seen his feet?
What's wrong with his feet?
They're like the same color as Bang.
No,
But like the bad side of Bang.
Yeah.
I'll look at the bottoms of his feet.
Yeah, once it's pointed out to you, you do notice. Manny is notorious as one of the youths on the team for playing in mud, tracking dirt all over. He has notoriously dirty feet. Right now, spotless and dull gray. Just the bottoms of his feet. But there's definitely some color alteration has occurred.
Well, that's interesting. Wonder if... I mean, he hasn't... I mean, I guess he has acted different. I mean, anybody would after that. He seems like he's more mature, though. Like, it made him grow up, I guess. Like, he's not as much of his silly baby self as he was. But,
Your shadow comes from your feet, too, right? So, like, maybe that has something to do with it.
It's infallible logic.
That is a fair point. I don't know that it's well made, but yeah, that's a...
Well, I mean,
Science
I said
tells
it,
us.
Yeah, I said it like that, but it's like the bottom of stuff.
Because you had also said that he
Manny projects
does
no
not
shadow.
have a shadow, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Which is very unsettling
Right.
to see.
It's...
He's walking, you guys, it's like relatively early morning, and there's just no shadow under Manny at all.
Real weird. So, yeah, could definitely be related to that.
Do you know what the moon cycle's looking like?
What?
Is it going to be like a full moon tonight? Do we need to
Shit
worry?
about-
I
I
will-
don't know shit about moon stuff.
I will let you guys know.
Can we find a white woman?
I'll let you guys know you have about 3 days.
Okay.
About 3 days till the full moon. But it is currently, it's like 8:30 in the morning for you guys.
Okay.
Cool.
So we can know that it's like relatively close, but we're
Yeah,
in the clear.
I'll throw you guys a bone because time is nebulous in the sort of downtime power-up
Right.
phases. I'm not going to make you deal with that yet.
Okay.
You guys have been keeping track of it, and basically on the night of full moons, you guys just stay in the manor and nobody leaves.
Okay.
Just in case.
Can I do a perception check to see like where Manny is leading us? Like if there's like a tunnel ahead that we can see, or like
I'll say perception, nature, survival, any of those.
All right,
whichever one works best for you.
Yuck. That is an 8, and we'll say nature.
8 in nature. Okay. You do see a number of like small caves and such into the outside of the Sierras.
Okay.
It's hard to say which one, but he does seem to just be making his way vaguely up at kind of like an easier angle for you guys to follow.
Okay.
Sort of diagonal. You get the feeling if Manny so chose, he could just like run his way up this mountain.
I'm sure.
But his intention is not to like ditch you guys. His intention is to just make this journey with you.
Okay.
But it's hard to say like where, but he is headed in like as straight of a line as he can, only diverting when the path deems it necessary.
Okay. So as we're walking, can I do like a check to think back to what Diego said to try and glean like information of what?
Yeah, throw me a history. See how much you remember.
History.
Don't I have a better modifier on that?
You have something in history, don't you? Yeah, you're good at history. You have proficiency in it, so you should be adding a 3 to it.
Okay.
Plus your intelligence.
That's 16.
16. Yeah. Diego's words ring in your head. This isn't the time or place to use that. Just kidding. That's a Professor Oak joke. Professor Joke.
It's the time to use that, but not now.
Yeah, you remember.
You were close.
You remember talking to Diego that a lot of Cubones, especially those born near the Sierras, will eventually feel a call to come back. Mm-hmm. Born is a weird word to use there because he was hatched, but
same diff.
he was also conceived near there. There is an energy and a power to the Sierras that calls not just Cubones, but that was the relevant species
certain
at the time.
Species.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Diego had told you something to the effect of he will someday feel a call and there will be something he has to do.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just continuing to let Manny lead and just trying to deduce like where he's going to end up leading us, if it's like into like a tunnel or a cave, and trying to figure out like what will be on the other side, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just going to have the two of yous give me a strength or dexterity check. Not a saving throw, but just as you're hiking along, how well are you guys able to make progress?
16 from...
Holy cow.
18.
All right, yeah, no further questions. You guys are fine.
Yes.
The path is a little bit unstable.
Been walking for a long time. We know how to walk.
Yeah, you guys hike for about 2-3 hours in this
Bentley
morning.
has his hiking boots on.
Oh, okay, yeah, that probably makes sense. Yeah, as you guys are hiking along behind Manny, the air is very cold. We are still headed into actual winter, not just, manufactured winter. But as you guys make your way up the side of this mountainside, Manny is carving like a slight path for you, but he seems very focused. He's only disturbing as much as he has to make sure that things are okay. To the point of even if like rocks start to slide down, he'll just point at them with the bone and not even look, and they'll just fold back into the mountainside. He seems to be very empowered here. And it's a bit reminiscent of your last journey with the Man Bun Boys, when you were out in Xantha. Just being in that sort of desert environment, even though Xantha these days is slightly more lush. Mm-hmm. But as you guys continue your climb, give me a perception check, both of you.
It's a 10 from Bentley.
14.
Okay. CJ, you notice it first. And you probably would point it out to Bentley. As you guys are walking, along this cliff faces are very small glyphs, it looks like. It almost looks like a rudimentary language. But you can't really make out any of the letters or symbols. But you see them every 15, 20 feet. Little clusters of these.
So are we
symbols.
in like a canyon where there's walls?
You guys are on like the
us?
side of a cliff,
Gotcha,
basically.
gotcha.
There's like a little hiking trail. You guys are on.
Pause.
Yeah.
I can't remember if this actually happened or not. That like unknown thing that we did, was that like a side thing?
No, that was
we
real.
did? That happened in this campaign?
Yeah, you chased it on a skateboard. You held on
that's
to
what
one.
That's what I thought. I just didn't remember if that happened in this campaign.
Yeah, you
or if it was like the birthday thing that we did.
No,
or
you
like
got
it
real
was one of the
silly
other
with
things.
it.
Do they look like those?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay.
They do. They look exactly like those. I was keeping it vague just in case. But
I was
yeah.
like,
I was gonna let you make that jump for yourself.
I mean, if
they
I held
look
on to
exactly
one,
like it.
I feel like I'd remember that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've grabbed those haunches.
Yeah. It was like, look at those. It's those things again.
Oh, it is. So they came here.
Well, I mean, we were like down there when we did this before, right?
Yeah.
Well, like way opposite side, like where the map.
I'll feed you, baby birds.
Amber Crag.
No, it was the other
No,
side
not
of the
Amber Crag.
mountain.
You guys
There was not that part, but
You were
Hillmouth?
around
No.
Alluvia. I believe you were headed to Wadalonga. Somewhere
no,
in that
it
zone.
was the.
I might be
it was
completely
the
wrong.
other thing.
Falchester.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the way to Falchester along the
Yeah.
thingy.
Still along the Sierras, but
Yeah, we were over that way going to Falchester, and then they like kind of flew over the cliff. But,
Yeah, and I was on the skateboard. Yeah.
but now we're like all the way more towards Oriander, you said.
Yep.
Man, they went a ways.
Yeah, they did.
Good thing we didn't continue to follow them. That would have been a trek.
It would have been the exact opposite of where we were trying to go. So yeah.
Yeah.
Also true.
Wait, but why are they in? They're like in the mountain though.
Yeah, they're basically, they look like stickers just pasted onto the side of the mountain.
Do they look like because they make like letters and symbols, right? So is there anything I can deduce from like if they're spelling anything? Or like,
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
Oh yeah!
natural one.
He knows
Oh,
nothing.
man. Yeah.
That's actually pretty spot on to how I can actually read unknown.
Yeah.
So like, is that a T or a 9? I don't
Yeah.
know.
You're looking at these creatures and you're like,
So CJ,
yeah.
you know how
As you're talking to me, I'm gonna like go to touch one.
It warbles and kind of like,
Just like
yeah.
touch it.
It feels like flesh.
Oh,
It's not like a better way to.
cool.
It's like you ever pet like a hairless dog or
Yeah,
cat?
yeah.
Yeah, it kind of feels like that.
Nice,
Just like skin.
nice.
And you're like,
delightfully weird.
yeah, I hate it.
I love it.
Even as I'm saying it, I'm like, why did I make
So
this the way that it
CJ,
is?
you know how you've been doing more reading lately?
Oh yeah, totally. I read like every day now.
So I can't really figure out like I've read that unknowns they make up like letters. Can you tell if they're spelling anything? I
What do you
can't.
mean they make up letters? That's not English.
Yeah, at this point, a bunch of unknowns kind of swirl around the two of you. Not like menacingly, but just like curious as you're kind of
Oh,
like
snap.
reaching out and touching one of them. 3 or 4 kind of like float around, and they're just
Oh, they're doing a thing.
I
Is
wanna-
this what you mean? Are
They're
they
just-
are they
I
making
wanna-
a word?
they're just
I
kind
wanna
of
put my hand
undulating oddly.
I want to do this.
Yeah,
See what happens.
they'll do this sort of thing that weird hovering creatures do, where they hover in your hand, but it's like above your hand.
Are these Pokemon?
Yeah, check it out.
But like, what kind of Pokemon are they?
They have psychic type.
Oh,
And you can see a bunch more start to kind of like skitter down from the mountains, just kind of hover in.
There's like a lot of weird lore about these things. Like they're like ruin maniacs, weird people who hang out in caves and they
Yeah.
just
can I say that
Research
Mana's
these
with me?
things?
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
say yeah. That's
I'm gonna
fine.
tap her.
Uh-huh.
Be like, hey, wake up.
Hey.
Hey, do you see these guys?
Oh yeah, hi.
Have you seen these guys before?
No,
Can you talk to them?
I don't know.
Well, try talking to them.
I'll swing mine over to Mana. Like,
Okay.
check it out.
I will say between the 3 of you, intelligence or wisdom checks. Dealer's choice. Okay, wow.
Let's go.
Good lord.
We're all over 20.
All over 20.
Everybody over 20.
Everybody
Okay.
over 20.
We can
Yeah.
speak unknown now.
Yeah, you guys start thinking, okay, we need to communicate with these things. And a bunch of them form up and say, salutations.
Whoa.
Spelled out in the air.
That I got. See, that's what I mean.
That was crazy.
When they're all like in a row, it makes it way easier. I was trying to see if they were like making that in the mountain, but that I got.
Did you make them do that, Mana?
No,
Oh, okay.
I just said hi.
Yeah, well, it worked. They said hi back. That's cool.
Hello. Why are you here specifically?
Home.
Oh,
Oh, this is where you guys live. That's cool.
Were you part of the group that was coming over the mountain? Long time ago?
Months ago?
Months ago, yeah.
There you go. Unknown query.
Huh.
Probably not.
Interesting.
Did I grab one of you before? Like, I was on a skateboard and I grabbed one of you and
do
you,
any
like,
of you
pulled me?
recognize us?
Have you seen us before?
CJ, hold up your skateboard.
You grabbed a moment ago.
No, that was a while ago.
And you hold now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're talking about you, like, touching that one, poking it.
Right.
Do you have your skateboard with you? Show them that. Maybe they'll remember that.
Sure. And I'll pull it off my
Do you
back.
remember this? The road device?
It's a skateboard.
Unknown query.
Cool. I'm gonna put it back.
Strange. All right.
Skateboard.
Yep.
And they spell it out and it's wrong. But
Yeah, they did. They did it.
they got hooked on phonics.
Sick.
Skateboard.
Man, they're really smart. This is super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Neat. I don't really know.
Why come you two here?
And I'll point to Manny.
Okay. They observe. Why come you two here?
My Pokemon Manny, he's making a journey. Have you seen any other Pokemon that look like him?
Small bone come often,
Cool.
seeking power.
Interesting.
Is there power?
For the worthy.
Oh. You gonna have to fight some people or something?
I don't know, but this is intriguing for sure.
Yeah, that's wild.
So,
Need guide.
it seems like Manny kind of knows where he's going, but we wouldn't say no.
Follow. And it's almost like one of those big swarms of fish. They just kind of like go all around. It's very Nemo-esque. Just thousands of those groupers, and they're just like, hey!
Nice.
That's kind of the vibe that you get from these guys.
so
They
many.
don't seem menacing or threatening or friendly or unfriendly. They're just there.
Right.
Chilling.
Yeah.
I will follow their lead.
All right. They kind of swirl and swarm through this canyon, and as you're kind of walking with them, you hear all kinds of little skittering of creatures. You don't see anything, but it seems like these unknowns have a presence about them, and a lot of the local fauna are like, oh, we don't mess with those. We should go hide. We should definitely not be involved. But they'll kind of semi-lead you along, as Manny still just continues to trudge. But as you're walking, if there's anything you'd like to converse with them about, you are welcome to do so. They're a sort of group-thinking hive mind.
Have you had any encounters with a girl named Tegan? Like, have you met somebody named Tegan?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
I don't know why that popped into my head, but
Recent.
it did.
Yeah, good.
Like, recently?
It says recent.
Like, has she been up here?
Within... How would they say this? Within 12 suns.
Oh, damn.
Wow, really close. Why would she come here, though? Did she track...
Seeking power.
What?
That's interesting. So maybe her parents and, like, that group came here at some point? I mean, it would make sense. Seems like the kind of areas that they would want to explore.
Well, I mean, now there's two known reasons for people to come here. Really just one known reason. There's power here. So maybe her parents, like, found something here and they came up here and she found some sort of thread that led her here.
Is there a source stone here?
Unknown query.
Oh, probably. I mean, power. The Pokemon probably don't know that.
And if the expedition team was here, that's probably what they would have been looking for, right? Because they went to the lake.
Okay, so is this where the groundstone is then?
Maybe.
That's crazy. Is that what's gonna turn Manny? Is he gonna be like Crash? Is he gonna get a piece? He gonna be an emissary of the groundstone?
Manny, are you feeling that type of power?
Manny just keeps walking. It's kind of... It's very... unsettling is probably a good way to put it.
Okay.
He's not, like, completely disconnected from reality.
He's focused.
But yeah, he's like barely hearing you, You're like, do you feel that? And he like kind of shakes out of it and looks at you and is like, what?
Gotcha.
We gotta move.
Stop talking to me.
He's like, I'm focused.
I'll just focus in on the unknowns and Manny and follow where they're leading us. I'm assuming that they're going the same kind of direction, but
Yeah. The unknowns are kind of like swirling around overhead,
okay.
and they kind of like hover over dangerous or like loose rocks.
Nice.
And Manny will kind of like shimmer around them. You're like, okay, if Manny's dodging that, we should definitely.
Got it.
Was she alone or was she with other people? The girl, Tegan.
No others like you.
Pokemon. Like you.
Not like us, but yes.
Okay. Cool. Like 2 of them or like more?
She came with 3.
Oh.
Check it out. Tegan's building up a team.
All right. I like it.
That's awesome.
It's pretty sweet.
Wonder how she's doing.
I mean, clearly it seems like she's doing okay.
Well, yeah, unless she got caught in this cave. We gotta keep an eye out.
Yeah. I mean, are we even going to go into the cave? Like, I feel like we're just climbing on the outside of this
I
mountain.
mean, for now, it seems like Manny's just climbing, but I don't know. It
It'd
seems
be
like
sick if there's like a Thunderdome at the top of this mountain. Just freaking like another one of like the Hillmouth places. But like it's like naturally occurring. Pokemon just come here and they brawl.
Fight Peak.
Yeah!
Oh boy. All right.
That's
sick.
That's like one of the anime episodes I've ever seen. His Ash's Rockruff keeps like sneaking out at night and he goes to Fight Club.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. I
And he
remember
battles
that.
like Magmars and stuff. And the Ash is like, it's too dangerous. He's like, you're not my dad. Just keeps going out there to like train and try to evolve.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But that's not what's here. As you guys make your way to the top of this mountain, you do see a large, what looks to be carved cave. There are pillars.
At the peak.
Yes.
Interesting. Does it look like man-made?
It doesn't look man-made, but it does look made.
Interesting.
But it's not like there's no filigree
it's not like a
on
building.
there.
It's like
Yeah.
a cave.
Yeah,
Okay.
the sort of pillars do look functional more than anything else.
Okay.
I hesitate to use the word spire because that has connotations with source stones. But there are like big spires of rock kind of just jutting into the ceiling that look very intentionally placed in what you would imagine might be weaker spots of this sort of cave. As the maw kind of opens up from the top of this mountain and just leans down in.
Oh, boy.
It's like, it kind of looks like the throat of the world. Like one of those big holes.
Sheesh.
Like those big sinkhole type deals. But there's all kinds of spires and such. But as you guys make your way up there, you see they're old, they've been there for a while. But there's like climbing hooks kind of jutted into the side. And little
Damn.
spikes. And some old rope that's been kind of dangled down in there. And it just trails off out of sight.
All right.
You are here.
Thank you. That was super nice of you. I also appreciate the information on our friend.
Friends are nice.
Yep. And we're friends now.
Yeah, thank you for being our friend.
Travel safe.
High five.
They all just kind of like, they all flutter around your hand, but none of them make contact with you or anything else. They're just like,
What is going on?
Just get swarmed.
That was definitely the weirdest high five that
they
has
just
happened.
carry you
Not a
away.
single one of those just touched me.
Kind of strange.
That was super weird.
They don't seem to like contact. A poke
They-
on that one might have been not a good idea.
But they still like kind of did it, which is crazy.
I'll hold up my lantern to the cave mouth.
Yeah. Similar to the ropes, the light travels down in there. It's not like magically obscured, but it goes further than the range of the light. But you see like probably like 20 more feet down past where you could, and it's still not at the bottom.
Can I like check the rope to see if the rope is still like in good working condition, or if
Yeah.
it's like
Do
we're gonna
a,
climb on it and it's gonna break?
Yeah, let's do some kind of like survival check.
Okay. That works for me. Oh baby!
Holy cow.
That is a 22.
Yeah.
22.
You're not sure exactly how long the ropes have been here, but it's been quite a while. You imagine if you guys were older and heavier, these would not hold you. But you guys, you're little sprouts. As long as you both don't take the same rope at the same time, it could probably hold your weight.
Are there multiple ropes?
There are 3.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably be alright on these. They don't look too bad.
Sure. I mean, it's not a bridge, I guess. Still kind of freaked out. It's pretty steep.
Yeah,
Manny, are you all right?
Yeah, you watch as Manny just looks over the side, digs the bone into the top, and just kind of like rappels down.
He's Mary Poppins.
Just kind of like slams it into the side of the wall, and it's just kind of like wall sliding all the way down.
sick.
I want to try something.
Bro, I wish I would have brought Slurp now.
Can I send out Tallulah?
Sure, yeah.
And I want to have Tallulah like dig along the cliffside, but like if she could jut out like footholds for us.
Yeah, I'd say she could do that.
Yeah,
That's easy enough.
Sick.
Okay, so I'll have Tallulah do that and just
Perfect.
like with her tremor sense monitor where we're at as we rappel down and make sure that we have like
So I'll
footholds.
say using the footholds, and also I'll backpedal slightly, just in case. Also in conjunction with the sort of equipment to rappel down, you do see the remains and signs of a campsite. There's like a ring of rocks with some burnt embers and charcoal pieces, and spots that you can see like tents were probably nailed down. But as you kind of make your way over, there's no like notable pieces of equipment left over. Seems like whoever was here took all their stuff with them. But there are definitely signs that multiple people were here.
Interesting. Okay.
But anyways, leading back to Tallulah making the handholds. If it is your intention to follow Manny down, I will say you have advantage on the athletics checks to make your way down because you have handholds and ropes.
Yes, let's do it very carefully.
Hey, I'm gonna turn to Crash and be like, this doesn't seem like something you're gonna be great at, so I'm gonna.
Crash like looks down in the hole and is like, "There is no water here."
Yeah. So, do you want to stay up here, or like, do you want to go in the ball, and then I'll just call you back out when we get down there?
Make a persuasion check. He's dubious. He doesn't want either of those options, but he has to pick one.
You gotta pick one, dude. That's a 4.
4? Okay, I'll let you decide how he interprets that.
He'll kind of look at me and be like, I don't like either of those options. So then I'm just gonna be like, okay, and pretend to put my ball back, but then call him into the ball.
Okay. As he's like, wait a minute! Into the ball he goes.
And then I'm gonna call out Winter.
Oh, okay.
And can we still see Manny kind of doing the thing?
Yeah, Manny's like, he's very quickly descending. But
Cool.
you're like,
hey,
oh, okay.
see him? Want to try doing that?
And it just slides down, and there's this horrible, like,
Nails in a
of
chalkboard.
his like sharp metal claws just digging into the wall.
Oh boy.
As he's just carving a line through. But you can see Manny's leaving no trail. Winter's like, nah, screw it, I'm coming.
Nice. So are we going down there? I'm assuming we're going down there. I mean,
It's up to you.
Bentley's already grabbing the rope and like testing the waters and making sure Tallulah's
I'm gonna run
like,
over to
putting
that
the
campsite
things down.
real quick and see if there's like anything left behind
Give me
that
a-
would give me any sort of information at all as to who that was.
Give me an investigation check. It's gonna be a little tricksy.
11.
11. It's hard to say. There's definitely signs somebody was here. There were multiple individuals, but it's like very hard,
No
smooth
clear
rock.
like paw and hoof print situation going on.
No, nothing quite like that. No. Yeah, it's hard to determine who was up here because it's fully exposed to the elements.
Sure.
So it's kind of windswept and a little tricky. I will say there are multiple tent locations.
Okay.
So whoever was here, there's been at least 2 tents set up.
Okay.
And signs of maybe like half of a third, or maybe the ground wasn't stable.
Sure.
Hard to say.
All right.
But seems like a lot of people were here.
All right. Let's do this.
But all right, Bentley, as you begin your descent, please roll for me an athletics check at advantage because you have Tallulah assisting you with the footholds.
It's athletics, strength.
It is.
Okay, 13.
13. Totally fine. With handholds and a rope, easy enough. The way down for you is not super fast, but it's steady.
I'm definitely not trying to do it fast.
Yeah,
I'm just,
you're not doing the like kick out, rope burn your hands down because
Yeah,
you're 12.
I'm like the terrified like person at the rock gym for the first time. Like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, as you rappel your way down.
I am.
You are
going
doing
to
that.
be that guy.
Okay, so give me an athletics check. without Tallulah's help, because you're sort of just like winging it.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
6.
Okay. Yeah, you do rope burn your hands on the way down. You go, and you try to do the cool thing where you like kind of kick off the wall and kill some speed, but you're actually just accelerating.
No.
And you're not really hooked in. You're just holding onto this rope as you try to stop. I'll say Winter. Give me a dexterity check to try to save CJ without murdering him.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
21.
Okay, yeah. You feel the cold steel of Winter's claw go right underneath the back of your hoodie and like kind of horse collar you, and you're like, but he manages to like to slow you down enough and kind of like slide down without killing you.
Bentley's just taking Thanks, bro. And you just slide down the rope and then get
Yeah, you definitely have like some bruising around the throat immediately.
Hilarious.
But you're alive.
Two different types of people.
As Winter kind of just like slides down the rest of the way with you, he's like, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go slower. I'll go slower now. I'll go slower.
As you guys continue your trek down, it's about 80 feet.
Sheesh.
And
That's
it's
very high.
Where it was very dark up above, the light does still kind of trail down in here. And you see a bunch more of those unknown shapes. But they all appear to be dormant. They're all just sort of lingering in this relatively large cave room.
Are they like attached to the cliff faces?
They are. But where the other ones had like kind of this weird eyeball shape, these have like no pupil. It's just a white circle.
Interesting. Okay. Does it look like they're like looking over things, or they're just like totally zen?
Yeah, they look like decoration more than anything else.
Interesting.
But as Manny Manfred steps his way into this cave, we're going to jump to Manny's perspective real quick.
Oh boy.
Manny Manfred.
Mm-hmm.
You've been feeling the call your whole journey up here. You're not sure what's calling you, but you feel the pull from two different sources.
Okay.
One is to your left, a little ways ahead, and from what you can tell, the path is less treacherous. The other is to your right and very far down, deeper into this cave. And you feel a lot of movement in that general direction.
Can Manny do insight check to try and tell like which direction is exactly where he's trying to end up?
I would say insight. This is the wrong song. It's insight. And it's not so much a case of which one is calling you. They both are.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a 2.
2. Okay.
boy.
One feels comforting. The other feels empowering.
Does it feel like familial in any way? Like he senses like you said, comfort. Like is it like a family kind of feel?
It is much more. It's difficult for Manny to place. It doesn't feel the way he would if like Mortar is nearby.
Okay.
But it feels safe. Where the other one feels very powerful.
Gotcha. So I feel like after everything Manny has been through and seen, he's going to go left.
Okay.
Both because it's the shorter path and also that like safe feeling. He wants to explore that and then see if maybe that will give him insight into whether he should pursue the second path.
Okay. As you feel the pull to the left, you begin walking. And a number of the unknowns on the wall, their pupils kind of and fix on you as you walk. and you see two large door shapes carved into the side of these caves. One to your left, the other to your right. As you turn left, a large glyph begins to glow. And the door slides open, and the unknowns all gather on the outside of that door.
Sick.
And you get a very strong impression from the right side door that way is closed to you. You have made your choice.
Okay. Blast.
But Manny Manfred, as you take your first steps beyond that door threshold, the door closes, leaving Bentley and CJ stood in this large cave system with a number of unknowns. Manny Manfred. You're standing fully in the dark, with only the faintest, dull gray light from that bone club that you wield. You still feel that pull.
He's gonna still hold the club, but get down with a hand on the ground so he can just continue to sense the ground more than just with his feet, and just continue to crawl forward towards where he's feeling that pull.
Okay. As you close your eyes and open your mind to the cave around you, you feel very in tune with what's been calling to you. It's a source of immense power. Still comforting in a sense that it's familiar. It's an element that you're quite well attuned to. But it's at this point you feel through all of your limbs a presence stood between you and the source of what's been calling you down here. As deep purple flames erupt from the walls of this cave,
Oh, snap.
illuminating your surroundings, stood before you, about 15 feet ahead, is the shadow of a Cubone.
Double snap.
Manny, please roll initiative. The shadowy Cubone is on the initiative. Now it's worth noting, this is not Manny's shadow. As it approaches you, Manny, there's no bone in its hand, there's no weapon at all. But it holds its arms out, and these long, shadowy axes appear.
Ooh. Oh boy.
And it moves
It's a berserker.
It moves very unnaturally as its neck kind of... as its arms seem to be shaking off the rust. As it takes one lumbering step towards you, both axes up. And the highest roll is an 11.
Wow.
As both axes slam to the ground in front of you, you jam the bone into the ground and kind of launch yourself up, creating a little platform between the two of you. And it has to step back or be kind of impaled on the ground spike before it falls back away. And you land, bracing yourself, and you see this very intimidating, just shadowy presence.
All right,
The initiative is yours.
He's gonna wield around and chuck his club. Ugh, that is an 11.
An 11 misses.
It's too dark.
As you swing the club down towards this shadowy figure, it passes clean through as the shadowy figure just kind of parts itself and reforms as the bone slams into the ground. And you see it kind of steps down onto the bone and leaps up towards you with the axes back to kind of smack you with the blunt ends on the jump up. That's a lot better. The lower of the two is a 22.
That'll hit a little bit.
All right.
A little bit hit.
Okay, Manny. You take 11 points
Ow.
of ghost damage. As you feel these two very blunt axes just kind of slam into you, like right under your chin. You kind of like bite down with your jaw. You get that like teeth clack. And you're like, "Ugh." But that lumbering shadow still just stands before you.
All right, so Manny is pissed and missed his last attack, so he's gonna go for a stomping tantrum on this thing.
Ooh.
Oh, heck yeah, dude.
Hey.
It's a 23 to hit.
Thematic as heck. Yeah, that
Let's
hits.
go, baby.
Absolutely.
All right, this is gonna be crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
Go. Oh!
Oh! Oh my god, that was beast. What a roll. Thank you, Tower. That's 28 ground damage.
Heck yeah. Manny, you start to give in to frustration
Let's
for a moment.
go, buddy.
And you stomp your feet and a little fissure begins to open beneath the feet of the shadow, who's still just sort of hovering there. And it looks down just long enough for you to just crack it right across the jaw. And that shadow bone this time connects perfectly, and you hear this crunching sound as the lower jaw of this Cubone just sloughs away.
Gross.
And as you stand facing it, it just pounds its fists into the ground and leaps up at you. Acts as akimbo. One is an 11, the other is a 21. That is 8 points of ghost damage. As the sharp end of this axe just kind of carves into the front of your shoulder. You feel it kind of seeping in, and where the blood kind of pools out of the wound, it pulls into the axe.
Ow. That's not good.
All right, Manny Manfred.
All right, Manny is gonna buckle down, think of his good buddy, good pal Mortar, and try for a bond rush.
Okay.
Just, whoops. That is 4 attacks,
Holy bursh. Yeah,
and better than a 16, so
Nice.
3 hits
Okay.
out of 4.
very good. 3 hits out of 4.
Get him.
That's 11 damage.
11 damage.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, as you manage to once again just kind of crack into this thing, you hesitate for just a second, seeing the familiar shape. And then your frustration and your anger at the past few weeks kicks in. You've been feeling distant and alone. And you channel all of that as you just begin dismembering and dismantling this shadowy Cubone before you. It holds an axe up to catch the bone of the club, and you just drop it to your other hand, jab him in the liver,
Gave him the Arya Stark.
and smack him back.
Let's
Wow.
go.
As this thing is barely stood, it's just gonna fling an axe towards you.
Fling.
Ooh, for a 10.
Oh, wow.
As you just casually kind of deflect it off the side.
Love that.
It's back to you.
After just deftly deflecting that axe, Manny's gonna run in with his club and go for another attack.
Yeah.
That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. Manny Manfred. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, buddy. So after just knocking that one axe away, he'll just run in, like, carrying the club behind him, and then just jump, like, swing it around his head like a helicopter, and then just bludgeon the thing right in the face.
The P.D. Pablo, if you will.
Yes.
North Carolina.
Sure.
Take your shirt off. Twist it around here and spin it like a helicopter. I don't know what
my
is
God. I don't know what's going on.
It's a song by P.D. Pablo.
But it's great. All right.
Gave him the P.D. Pablo and the Arya Stark.
Yeah.
He's an eclectic boy.
Manny, as you banish this shadow, one of the 4 purple braziers extinguishes.
4 of them? Hopefully you get a buff. You're in trouble. I'm in trouble.
As
This was
emerging,
the comfort room.
as emerging
Imagine what
from the
other
wall,
one was.
is yet another of these shadowy Cubones.
Oh boy, here we go.
But this one has this long, dark, lashing whip.
Oh, snap.
Please roll for initiative.
God damn, dude.
Don't get grappled, son.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's 8.
All right. Does a 14 hit you?
Exactly, yes.
Okay. All right, Manny. As you start this fight off, that whip lashes out and catches you right in the same axe wound, reopening it. But same deal. The blood pulls in.
I don't like that.
As you take, should probably roll the damage on you.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
7 points of slashing damage.
That was just a
That
little.
is-
That was just a little whippy boy.
It's quite enough.
That was just a hello.
Whoopsh.
All right, he's gonna use his own Cubone weapon with his club again.
Yeah,
And that's a 15.
15 hits.
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice.
10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, it's a strong start. As you guys immediately start trading blows, you take the whip crack and you just grab it and kind of ride the momentum in and smack it right under the jaw. And
buddy.
it does this very elegant and out of character for a Cubone backflip, landing, and kind of whips out towards you again. For a 16 to hit.
Oh. This whip is.
Can anything miss,
This
please?
whip is saucy.
Someday. You take 5 more points of slashing damage.
Not too bad.
Oh boy.
Not too
As
bad.
you kind of feel the whip begin to wrap around your throat and begin to squeeze, you just grab it and snap off one of the tendrils, and it just dissipates. As the whip is retracted through your hand. It's back to you.
All right, Manny's gonna limber his legs up and try and go for a bond rush for multiple disorienting attacks. That'll be 4 of them coming
Okay.
in. And way better. So all 4 hit. Yeah. Let's go. That's 10 damage.
10?
Yeah.
Manny Manfred.
Yeah.
This one's weaker. How do you want to do this?
Let's go.
Hey, whippy boy.
All right,
Get
so-
got.
As the whip cracks out around your neck and you just snap it off.
Yeah, he's just gonna start darting around. Just lift the leg with one club, come around to the other side, smack him in the stomach, go around to the other side, take his whip out of his hand, pull it out, swap around to the other side, and then just like uppercut whip him and
Oh, sick.
gone.
Wow.
All right. The whip remains if you so choose.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
There is also an axe on the ground if you so choose. However, you can only hold 2 things.
He'll
You have your
put-
bone and the
He'll
whip.
put the axe on his back.
Heck yeah, dude. All right.
Just collecting shadow weapons.
The second of 4 braziers dissipates
Oh boy, this is gonna be close.
as out steps another shadowy Cubone. This one with a large, long, hooked sword that it's just dragging along the ground, which is creating these very eerie, dark purple sparks.
Oh boy.
Please roll for initiative, Manny.
Damn,
Oh
son.
my god, this is so intense. That's a 10.
Okay, this one's going first, but barely.
I'd rather roll low
Can't
on
get over
initiative.
a 10.
I'd
Yeah.
rather roll low on initiative.
That's really high. Okay, it's a natural 17. As it walks up towards you with this massive curved sword, and it lumbers, and it's a very like Dark Souls / Monster Hunter heft of like, and more so than carving, you just get like bludgeoned by this massive sword. Poor choice of words. You take 3 points of damage because it rolled low, but that's okay. It happens.
Grazed me.
Yeah. As you kind of like tumble out of the way, you're like, oh dear God. And then just let me know if your intention is to use the whip or the axe. The whip, if you use it in your offhand, can be used as a bonus action.
Sick. Okay. So first he'll go in for his own club.
Okay.
He'll just like chuck it with his left hand
Yeah.
for a 17. to
17
hit.
hits this guy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
buddy.
For sure.
And that does
Oh.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay.
1 die good, 1 die bad. And
Good
then
start.
he will
Try to crack the whip.
catch the club on the comeback and then try and get in tune with this shadow whip and try and hit the arm that has the thingy in it.
Give me a shot.
Dang it, 6 on the die.
Okay, that misses.
He doesn't have a good dexterity mod.
Yeah, no, the whip is very unfamiliar to you, Manny. As you try to crack it,
turn his runes into
it just
strength.
goes like, and it just unfolds onto the ground.
Gross. Just the wet noodle attack.
Yeah.
Never good. Never
Not
what
great.
you want.
As you watch the Cubone kind of like tumbles around the sword and uses the momentum to kind of like heft it out towards you. For 13.
Oh, that barely misses.
All right, as the sword swings out towards you, Manny, you block it with the bone and kind of match the tumble around the top. Back to you. Come on, buddy.
All right.
I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, he's gonna just like lash the whip a little bit, try and get the feel for it, and then lash out with an attack with the whip.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh.
And that'll do it. That's
Beautiful.
16 on the die. I don't know what.
It is a +4 to hit with the whip.
Dirty 20.
He's not great with it, but it's there.
Okay.
2d4 ghost damage.
Nice.
6.
All right. You watch as you lash out with this whip, and it carves in. You can see there's a separation of the shadow. You regain.
Ooh.
I'll let you roll it. You regain 1d6 hit points.
2.
2? You regain 2 hit points. As you kind of lash out, you feel that shadowy energy being pulled directly to you. As you feel reinvigorated
Like
slightly.
that. So, feeling that, Manny is going to put his club on his back and pull the axe off his back.
Oh, please do.
Whip
Same
axe
deal.
combo.
Yeah, because the whip can be used as a bonus
Whip
action.
axe.
So if you want to use an axe attack, you can do that as well.
Okay, so he'll lash out with the whip, feel the power come to him, swap weapons, and go flying in with this beefy axe.
Beautiful.
That's a 14 on the die.
+4, so 18. That hits. This does 2d8 ghost damage.
Oh, baby. Love that. Oh, mama. That's 15 damage.
15. Okay.
He
roll
likes
me
the axe.
Yeah, roll me a d6 of healing.
He's a natural Gimli. It's 3 back.
3 back, and then how do you want to do this?
Let's go.
Oh, snap.
So after he slashes out with the whip, feels that power coming back, swaps his club with the axe, he's just gonna go in and just two-hand this puppy for like a big overhead slash.
Heck yeah. All right, as you cleave yet another of these shadows in twain, the third of 4 braziers diminishes. That massive sword remains. But I don't know what your strength is, so I don't know if you could lift it.
He does have a +2.
He's at 15.
But I like this axe whip combo.
Yeah, you could swing the sword, but it would be your entire turn.
You got a two-hand. All right,
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay. Last, but certainly not least, Manny
boy.
Manfred.
Yeah.
Emerging from the far wall is yet another of these Cubone shadows, larger and slightly more menacing than the others. It holds in one hand this large circular bone, which is very unsettling for you to see. And in the other, a very long pointed, carved, looks like a massive femur from maybe like a tyrantrum or something.
Oh boy.
This large spear
Damn.
and some kind of chakram. Please roll for initiative, Manny. All right, Manny Manfred. As the large bone spear shoots out at you for a 17,
Ow.
you take 12 points of piercing damage.
Damn.
Ow.
As
Ooh.
subsequently, that sort of long circular chakram device flings out, bounces off 2 of the walls, and slings out towards you.
Oh, shit.
For a dirty 20.
Oh, shit.
No. Oh no.
You take 3 points of ghost damage from that.
Oh no.
As similarly, this creature seems to be drinking in the water of your life.
Taste it.
Don't like that.
All right, Manny Manfred. It's to you.
All right. It's gonna be real fluid with that whip arm and try and lash out again with it, getting the feel for it maybe. Yeah, 11 on the die.
Hot toddy. That'll hit.
Yeah, buddy. What was whip damage? 2d4?
2d4.
Okay.
2d4, and then you regain 1d6.
That's 5 damage.
5 ghost. Okay. Yeah, as you lash out, this sort of spectral being tries to catch the whip, and it passes clean through its hand, and you whip it like right in the jugular, and you
Ow.
feel the siphoning.
2 back, yay!
A little bit of healing, a little bit of sustain.
And then he's going to pull back the whip and then go in for a big hearty slash with his newfound axe.
Yeah.
No, that was so close to greatness.
And then was bad.
That misses with the axe.
Okay, you miss with the axe. As you're kind of feeling your strength returning, you close the gap. Just in time to feel a spear come jutting out towards you
Don't love that.
for a 9.
Oh.
As you kind of like, you're swinging it with the axe, and you kind of bail out of the attack to curve sideways as the spear just goes right across your abdomen and barely, like, almost nicks you, but you manage to kind of dodge around as you then hear the ping, ping from behind you as that little chakram device for an 11.
Whiff.
As you kind of, you're in the zone right now. You're hearing and feeling everything around you. As that chakram comes back, you just duck, and it almost catches the shadow in its face, but it manages to capture its weapon. But it's back to you.
Okay, well, because he missed with that axe, he's gonna go for another stomping tantrum.
Heck yeah, dude. Go for it.
That is a 15.
15 hits.
Let's go. So Manny's just gonna lift up both weapons in both hands and like jump and stomp on the ground as he whips and hits the ground with his shadow weapons.
Beautiful.
And the stomping tantrum does...
Oh my
Oh,
god.
almost perfect. That's 20 damage.
20 damage. Good lord.
Oh wait, no. It's
That's a lot more than
22
20.
damage.
Yeah, 22. 22, son.
22.
22.
Give me those 2.
All right, Manny Manfred. How do you want to do this?
Let's go, Manny!
Wow, he did it.
So as he jumps up and slashes his shadow weapons into the ground, just creates this giant mini earthquake that just rattles the ground. And then as this thing is like off balance, he'll just run up, take the sword off his back, just hold it so it's like jutting backwards with the axe.
Yeah.
And just like twist through with that and then whip it and just do like this crazy 3-weapon combo to get the dub.
Beautiful.
Oh, baby.
Manny Manfred.
Yeah.
On the ground before you lies a chakram, a spear, and that large, wicked-looking curved sword. You hold in your hands a whip and an axe.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you keep?
Oh, that's hurts.
They're all so cool.
They are all so cool.
I think. Do you want me to weigh in or no?
You can weigh in.
I can
You
shut up
weigh
if
in.
you want me
no,
to.
you're sitting at the table. You can weigh in.
I think the whip is the most like cool, like flavor wise, but I think it seems like the spear is definitely one of the most powerful.
The spear just rolled. I got 12.
Maybe
on it, 12.
maybe it was just.
I mean, the spear
beastly.
is the one from the last thing.
But it also had that like bouncy chakra thing, which
Which is
could
also a
could
bonus
be really
action
cool
flinger.
if we're like inside or there's lots of trees around.
Yeah.
you can
Does
go
he get
Captain America.
both with that?
No, you can take one of the weapons.
Okay.
The whip and the chakram are bonus actions. If that skews you, but they have
Which could
lower
be-
damage than the
Right.
others.
Right.
But
The big old sword is. I mean, are you gonna lose the bone?
No, he'll keep the bone,
So
but like
it's-
that's the run.
Yeah,
Is like
we'll-
if I keep the
we'll
bone,
get
I have
into-
that, but then the
Right.
whip can be
Yeah.
a bonus action,
Right.
so
Yeah.
I can attack twice, which is kind of baller.
Pretty cool.
He'll keep the whip.
Keep the whip?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll keep the
As
whip.
the rest of these shadowy
he'll
weapons.
be mini Indiana Jones.
Yeah, I mean it's
Mi-
sick, and you
mini-
get health back from it too.
Yeah.
Which is dope.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones?
He's short
Alright.
round.
Yeah, as
Love
you
it. Short
as
brown.
you collect the whip and just kind of bond to it, for lack of a better word,
Mm-hmm.
the rest of these shadowy weapons coalesce around your feet, and you regain a shadow.
Oh.
Not-
Oh snap!
Not an animate shadow, but a shadow.
Sick.
You will now cast a shadow when you were in light,
Okay.
as you once did. As that last purple brazier snuffs out, you have no trouble seeing in this room. Even in the absence of light, everything is in this very dull grayscale for you, but it's almost like you have night vision of some kind.
Sick.
And as you lumber forward, yet another door slides open. And a large, glowing, amber spire sits before you.
Oh, snap.
And you feel that draw. Choice is yours.
He's just gonna attach his new whip to his hip, and then walk towards the spire.
Okay. Yeah, the closer you get, the more in tune with the earth around you you feel.
He's just gonna walk up, and then he'll use his earth manipulation to lift himself up, more towards the larger part of the spire, and just gaze into it.
Yeah. You can see your reflection in it. You are pretty well battered. You get a lot of kind of necrotic looking wounds all over you.
Mm-hmm.
And they begin to heal over in this kind of stripes pattern.
Sick.
All of those wounds just scar over, dark gray and black. And you wear those scars proudly.
Yeah, buddy.
As on the forefront of your skull helmet, a large black handprint appears. As you feel heavily empowered in this room.
Manny's just gonna lean forward and touch his bone helm to the spire.
Okay. Manny Manfred.
Mm-hmm.
You grow much larger,
Oh boy.
much more foreboding.
Oh boy.
The skull helmet that you wear becomes this very beautiful, almost looks polished bronze.
Oh, buddy.
Your club maintains that same dark saber look,
Mm-hmm.
but jutting out from the front of it is kind of like this ice axe of just amber spike.
Oh
As
boy.
you feel highly empowered
Yeah, buddy.
as the cave and ground around you seem to be yearning for an order. You feel powerful. You feel like you could take on anything.
Yeah.
And as you manipulate your way back down to the ground, as soon as you impact, you become very acutely aware of your surroundings. The layout of this cave is known to you. You can feel Bentley and CJ in the other room.
Sick.
And as you land, that whip at your side feels very cold and comforting,
Yeah.
and like you're ready to do some damage with it.
Oh, baby. Manny's just gonna turn around, take one last look at the spire, take his shadow club, axe, sword, moonbeam thing, just hold it over his chest and bow, and then he'll turn around and follow his tremor sense back to the boys.
Very good. Manny Manfred, it will be updated momentarily, but your AC has increased to 16.
Ooh.
As you emerge from this cave, Bentley and CJ, what have you guys been up to? It's been about 5 minutes.
Manny, where are you? Did you see where he went, CJ?
Nah, man, I almost died.
What happened to your neck?
I almost died.
Yeah.
Winter caught me.
Tallulah was making footholds. What were you doing? You
I
just
was
slid down the rope?
I've done stuff like that before. I thought I'd be
at your
fine.
hands.
I
They're all
slipped.
tore
yeah, well, you know,
That looks like it kills.
It doesn't feel good.
Manny, Tallulah, can you sense where Manny is? You don't know?
I don't know.
That's so weird. And I'll just start exploring with my lantern to try and see if there's any, like,
Yeah, give
areas
me
to
an investigation
go.
check.
21.
21. Holy jeez. As you shine your lantern, might as well be a lantern of revealing. You do see some scuff marks from this large sort of archway with a perfectly seamless rock there, except it's not. As you approach and you go, some of the dust that had settled just parts slightly, and you can see what looks to be a door, hewn from stone.
CJ, check this out. It's looks like a door.
It's a big old door.
How do we open it? Do you think that's where Manny is?
Push on it. I don't know.
Give me a strength check. just out of curiosity.
6.
6? Yeah, it does. You're just like,
It won't open. I'm pretty strong, so I think I would know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
we tried nothing and we're all out of ideas.
Definitely, good job.
It definitely won't open, guys, no matter what.
If it won't open for these guns, it's not gonna open. I don't know. I have this feeling like he's in there. Like, can I like knock? Manny.
Yeah. It kind of hurts your knuckles. You're like,
Ow.
because it is just a
It's
big
really hard
chunk of rock.
stone.
Real strong, aren't you?
Well, you try and open it, Mr. Tough Guy. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna try.
I know what I'm beat. No chance.
I'll. How big is the door? Is it like multiple feet high?
It's like quite large.
Okay.
Like, to put it in perspective, which won't help the people at home, it's about twice the height of this door and about twice as wide per segment.
Yeah.
It's massive.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting that door open. That looks like something that opens when it wants to open.
Yeah. It's
I don't know why you tried to push it.
You told me to.
Sure I did.
He's a genius.
I mean,
Bentley will turn around and put his butt on the door and try and like push it.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Yeah.
See what happens.
it's not gonna work. Man.
Oh, 18.
All right. As you kind of lean back on it, you're like, when you start to fall backwards, as CJ, you see this massive Marowak.
Oh shit!
Incredibly intimidating, brass helmet, large axe.
Oh, huge!
Catch Bentley in the back of the head with just an open hand. As you start to fall back into this chamber, and you feel yourself, Bentley, under your heel where you're kind of falling. You feel the earth rise to meet you, and like kind of set you back standing.
Ha! I opened it.
I don't know if you did that.
That was all me.
Sure it
Look
was.
at my strength.
Yeah, it was you. Why don't you turn around?
Why? Whoa.
Yeah, you're meeting eye level
Holy
with Manny.
Snap.
So he's just.
Manny, is that you?
Whoa! And he just earthbends this large monolith in front of him.
Oh, hell
And you're
yeah.
like, what?
I'll just run in and give him a big hug. I was worried about you. We didn't know where you went.
Sick, bro.
And he points in as the door closes behind.
Uh-oh.
That was dope. You're so big now.
Punches you in the leg. As it
your femur.
immediately is
Not-
just like full on dead leg. Just. Oh.
Definitely not climbing out of this place with my hands and my leg now.
Yeah. You watch
Dang.
as Manny kind of looks towards the big opening that you guys climbed down. He gets like this very overconfident smirk. He's like, and just kind of like glides very quickly over to it and tries to jump. Give me a strength check from Manny.
Do it, Manny.
He does have some new bonuses to that.
Do it, Manny.
Go ahead and add 4 to whatever you roll.
18.
18. Okay, he is not humbled, which may or may not be a good thing. As he runs over to this entrance and just launches himself the full 80 feet up.
Oh, mama.
And lands on the ridge and just like spikes the axe into the ground at the front. And he's like, And you just hear this like very triumphant Manny roar, just yeah!
That was sick.
As he looks down into the cave below, he's like, oh yeah, shoot.
Do it to us.
And he just,
Little help.
I want to do it too.
you all feel the kind of cave below your feet start to tremble, and you're like, oh god, he's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us. Like, there's no way he doesn't.
Bring it on.
And you feel the ground beneath you just,
Okay. More like an elevator.
yeah, much more like an elevator.
I don't think you wanted to be launched, CJ.
Nah, I mean, what he did was pretty sick. I'd be down to do that.
Because you can see as Manny's kind of like concentrating with the bone in one hand, he's just, and the little spire chunk at the base of the bone is glowing very slightly as he does this.
Oh my.
As he lifts you out of that cave, the two of you stand at one of the summits of the Amberite Sierras.
Yeah, buddy.
The fully empowered Manny Manfred.
Oh, it's so sick. He did it.
So sick.
Manny's a beast.
Manny, let me see this whip thing you got.
You watch as he just kind of whips it out towards the entrance to the cave, and you see that tendrils at the end of it just struggle to find anything to grip onto, and when they don't find anything that's living or breathing or has blood, it just coils back to him.
Nice.
Delightfully creepy. Love that. Very cool. Hey, you got your shadow back, or a shadow back.
Yeah, you can see he does indeed have a shadow.
That had have to do with whatever happened in there?
And you can see he's hiding excitement because he wants to be like, yeah, I'm an adult now. But he's very clearly like, yeah.
You don't gotta be cool. You can geek out, man.
He's like, ah! And he's just like miming out all of these attacks. He's like,
I did this, and I did this, and I hit him in the face.
yeah! He's like 3 months old and he's got the power of gods.
Let's go.
Manny. What an absolute beast.
Well, you don't all just have cool powers. You also look like a total badass now.
He's like,
look at you. So cool.
yeah, you can see in addition to the sort of like black stripes that he came with, he now has like a number of these large scars, which are new from the last like 10 minutes. Since the last time you saw him. So clearly whatever happened to him in there.
Went through some stuff.
He did. He was
Made
put through
him
the ringer.
Stronger.
Bentley will take note, but
Yeah.
seeing that he's like super stoked and happy, not too worried about it, but
Yeah, I'm very happy that he didn't go unconscious, because that would have been really
it
sad.
would have been terrible.
Yeah.
I was worried about
No,
it.
it
Thought
just been
Manny died. He didn't die. Oh no, he died.
No, it just wouldn't have been as cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyways,
He's Indiana Jones, man.
Sick.
Indiana Bones.
Indiana Bones!
Sick.
Oh my god, he's Indiana. I'm putting that in the notes.
New
Yeah.
name.
But all right, gentlemen, unless there's anything else you'd like to handle while you're up at the top of this mountain.
No, I mean I already tried to check out the campsite. I'm gonna be like, I can't see anything, so I'm good there.
I would just like hang back and like explore with the unknowns and try and like figure out like
Yeah.
what their deal is and like see if I can find like any runes on the cliff faces that are
sure, yeah.
unknowns.
Yeah,
Like if there's like carved glyphs rather than them.
definitely. Yeah, get an investigation check going.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Wow. Aren't you just a super sleuth? All right, as you walk around this kind of plateau, you do see a number of unknowns that are not letters that you recognize. Mm-hmm. They are shapes.
Interesting.
And they appear very ancient, sort of faded, where a lot of the unknowns that you've been seeing are like a nice, healthy, vibrant black. Mm-hmm. These are almost gray. They kind of blend in with the
have
grayish
little
brown
beards.
stone.
Just patchy facial hair all over the place.
They're balding even though none of them have hair.
Exactly.
Somehow you can just tell that
They
did.
definitely have the Costanza going on. But yeah, you do see a number
Male
of
pattern baldness unknowns.
Yeah. For lack of a better word, you see a lot of sort of runic unknowns, but one stands out to you.
Okay.
It looks It looks like an unknown, but it seems to have an appendage that it can manipulate.
Yeah, it does.
Poor choice of description.
No. Bonk. Straight to horny jail. You see this this unknown doesn't match the others, but is holding on to a chunk of rock with a rune carved into it.
Oh.
Interesting. Is the unknown like alive and like sentient, or it's just kind
Oh yeah,
of like
as you're kind of looking around, it's looking right back at you. It's the same basic structure of the unknowns, but it seems pointedly different, and the other unknowns don't seem to mind that it's there.
okay? I'll walk up to it and be like, "Is it all right if I look at your rock?"
And it kind of folds it out towards you.
Point.
You see the same carved inscription of what you have seen Claremont identify as a rune of destruction.
Oh.
Held onto this rock. And it's not glowing or anything, it's just painted on. But it seems quite fond of this stone, which very clearly didn't come from the Sierras. It's almost like marble, but it's just holding on to it. Doesn't let go, but it lets you see.
Where did you get that?
Hey.
Just a toothless smile.
Incredible. I'm old. I don't know where I found it.
It's the cursed Lord of the Rings where they chop everybody's teeth out and their eyes are all like, yeah.
It's my rack.
Easy weapon.
Well, you said that this is one of the peaks?
Yeah, the Sierras are, it's like a whole mountain range.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it stretches across like most of the region.
Oh boy.
Can I do like an insight check to see if this particular unknown is like more important to the others? Like if it's like this is their leader, or
Is there a hierarchy of unknowns?
Yeah, this one is
Sure. I will also remind the gentleman that you are currently in possession of a Pokedex.
Oh, that's true. So
Yeah, you got a Pokedex, bro.
If you wanna-
I forget.
Come on, Ben.
I figured it may have been forgotten in the interim times.
I mean, I of course forgot that.
Yes, of course.
I'm so used to D having it that I forget
Yeah.
that I also have one.
Very good. Okay. Nature, insight, or perception. And then add an additional +2 to whatever you roll from the Pokedex.
It's
Eat the
a
Pokedex.
14.
Okay. You are currently face to face with a creature known as a Yamask.
Oh, interesting.
It registers as ghost and rock.
Interesting.
Why?
But it's worth noting, it may be doing that because it's holding a rock.
Right. But it's holding a rock with a rune of destruction on it.
It's a rock. Yep.
Is that like what the Pokemon does? Does it just pick up rocks?
Well,
I don't know anything about that Pokemon.
Yeah.
They usually hold like little like masks, I guess.
Yeah, I'll say the Pokedex. I'll throw you a little bit of a bone. Kind of help you out.
I'm trying to find a Googer to show him.
The Pokedex
there
would
it
tell
is.
you that Yamask are known for finding. They're kind of like the archaeologist's bane. They just float in and take things that they like, and they keep them. So they find like relics or important bits of carving and such. Now this thing is sort of implied to be ancient by the Pokedex. These things are older than dirt, and they float around with the things they've found. But it seems to be just perfectly content, and it's kind of like flexing its little arms as it's holding this rock. Seems quite attached to it.
Would you like to journey with us? We're trying to look into more of these runes. Yeah, I agree. And I'll just pick up one of my Pokeballs and hold it out to this thing and see how it reacts.
It just bobs up and down, holding the rock. Doesn't seem to know what that device is.
Alright, I'm just gonna very slowly, like, reach and then just boop them.
Oh.
Right. Are you using a special ball or just a Pokeball?
So let's look at what I have here, actually.
Yeah. Let me know if you need a refresher on what
yeah,
everything does.
so I have Nutri Balls, which I think work better at night and with dark types. Xantha Balls, which is fire types.
Fire, rock, and ground.
Oh, really? Then I'll use a Xantha Ball.
Yeah, it's basically like a desert ball.
Sick. Okay. Then,
Desert power.
Cactus type too?
Yes, it would work on a cactus type.
Sweet.
right,
Just cause.
I'll take
Only
a,
cactus type.
Take a
though.
Xantha Ball.
Not a
and try
cacnea,
and
but cactus type.
Cactus
boop
typing.
this
Yes.
thing.
Boop him. Boop him good. You booped him good.
54.
Oh heck yeah! You managed to encapsulate this Yamask
Sick.
as Pokeballs start shaking.
I will touch Rose's ball.
Okay, you send Rose on back. Not that it's like a tremendous deal, because you guys have the portable PC with you, I believe.
Bye, girl. It's in my backpack.
Yeah. I basically have just been assuming for everybody that you have it.
I'm the only one that
so
uses
when
it.
they're like, do we have the PC? I'm like, nah, CJ does. I'm like, sorry.
I'm the
It's
only
just-
one that uses it.
Yeah.
Nobody
I
else
use
is
it.
like, yeah, you've used it, but
I don't have any qualms.
D fixed it. I'm good.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, you encapsulate a Yamask,
Sick.
and I'll get some stats and stuff to you in between now and later.
I'm curious why it has this rock.
It likes this rock.
It's
That
a
much
nice
I know.
rock.
It's a lovely boulder.
It's a nice rock. So are there a bunch of these guys around, or is it just this one?
Just that one. Just that one. The unknowns seem like, yeah, he's weird, but he's got the right spirit, so he can stay.
Well, that's all I had. I'm down to make our way back down the mountain or just chillax on the peak.
Yeah, I will say for sake of ease, this is probably the day that you all agreed to meet in Ambercrag.
cool.
Just to,
Chill.
because pretty much everybody at the end of their downtime stuff have been like, yeah,
Yeah, I'll just
start making your way there.
I'll
So
go
that
off
makes
to
sense.
like one of the peak edges and try and look down and see if I can see Ambercrag from here.
Oh yeah, I won't even make you roll.
Sick.
That's home. It's probably like a quarter to a half mile down, and then maybe like 5 miles away. You guys have covered more distance than that.
Can I ask one of the like group of unknowns?
Yeah.
If there's other peaks like this in the Sierras, like caves like this, or like places that you can go into the mountain from like the top.
Make a persuasion check.
8.
They hit you with unknown query.
You're lying. I can tell.
You want to make an insight check? I'll let you make an insight check if you want to. If you don't
Yes.
believe them.
Yeah, I'll be like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Ugh. 12.
Ooh, they're a little hard to read because they don't have like expressions, but they hesitated for like a little too long.
Oh wait. They're what type are they?
Psychic.
I can on charisma checks I have advantage. So that
Okay.
persuasion check should have been advantage.
Well, give me another one. Come on.
Come on, higher.
Remember your stuff.
No!
No. Okay.
Oh, Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. I will say you did beat them, so you do know like they hesitated,
Right.
which in itself is kind of an answer. But it seems like it's not the information that they would like to just give to anybody.
Sure.
But you gather from that hesitation.
That's
Yeah, there's
fair.
probably other sites like this.
Okay. Good to know. And then I'm gonna like look at the mountain near us and see if I can see anything that's similar.
Give me a perception check from up there. Take a look-see-do.
Oh, I crit!
It was in there, and then it went like...
It was like,
The tower was like, charging.
He wants it this time.
Yes. You do see another such site. It's very distant.
Okay.
But it seems almost directly north of Ambercrag.
Okay.
Like straight up from the city, kind of on like a ledge. As you're kind of looking down towards Ambercrag, you're like, hey, I remember that place. Hole in the wall.
Okay.
So you do see one.
I will make mental note of this and
The best kind.
potentially use this information at a later date.
Very good. Okay. I'll leave it up to you if you point it out to Bentley or not, but entirely your call.
Can as I
Not to
like
put you on
do
the spot or
that,
anything,
can
but-
I like make a line back to where we are currently and see if there's any like tracks that maybe go from where we are in
On
that
your,
direction?
I'll say from your 20, there is like a rudimentary hiking trail that got you guys as far as you made it before you went like straight up to get to here. It does look like there is a hiking trail all along the Sierras, which is something that you guys had discussed at the beginning of like, oh yeah, there's like hiking trails, there's like a way through. It doesn't go like directly to the place,
Sure.
but you could probably take that hiking trail and then it would just be a matter of like traversing upwards from there.
There's no discernible footprints or anything that lead in that direction from, say, this campsite that was right
No,
here.
not from the campsite, no. Yeah, there's signs of people going down into this cave.
Sure.
There were no signs of them down there or leaving, but the stuff is gone.
Okay.
So somebody was here and then clearly just didn't see the need to bring their climbing gear back.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I'll turn to Bentley and be like, "Are we going down now? Are we gonna go meet up with everybody else? What do we?"
I think that was the plan, yeah, unless you have something else.
No, I don't think we should do it right now, but I think there's something like this, but up there, and I'll point to where I saw it.
Oh, all right. It seems like there's a lot of mystery with these peaks and
Yeah, I mean,
unknowns and glyphs and runes.
There's a lot going on up here.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, well, we can make an effort to come back. I'm also curious what happened to Tegan.
Yeah, I mean, clearly she was here, so...
Yeah, but that, I mean, I feel like if Manny evolved, and like, look at that thing on his club now. It's like, is that maybe like a piece of a soul stone?
Maybe. I mean, it looks similar.
I don't know. It just seems like the expedition team with their parents, they kind of knew where these things were. Like, we know that they were at least 2 places where we've seen soul stones.
Right. So maybe they're kind of doing what we were doing. Maybe they're like the first people to realize this is a thing, and we've just stumbled upon the same sort of thing that they found.
Right, we're just kind of lucking into finding these things, but I am curious if Tegan found more clues. I don't know. Interesting. Hope she's all right.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen her again, so I imagine she's making progress.
Well, she was definitely here, at least according to the unknowns. I don't have a reason to doubt them. They seem pretty nice and led us here.
Wild.
Indeed.
So do you think that Manny could like make the side of this mountain like more like steep still, but like
Like a slide?
yeah, but more of like a track. And I'm gonna put down my skateboard.
I'll turn to Manny and be like, does that sound doable for you?
He's like,
I want to bomb this mountain.
he just goes,
My hands are already jacked. It's fine.
he takes like this weird yoga pose and then kind of like opens one eye to make sure you're looking. And then just goes, and this like relatively straight, smooth surface begins to form on
Let's
the,
go.
on the side of the mountain.
You rock. I'm gonna have a fist bump. Okay. Whoo.
Can you let Crash out before you go down this
Oh
thing?
yeah.
Okay.
I'll throw him out.
I want to do water slide with Crash.
Oh, okay. Water sliding down.
after CJ does it with his skateboard.
Oh yeah, I'm going.
just
I'm going. I'm
bombs
gonna
down the
throw
mountain.
Crash out,
I just
Okay.
want Crash to do slip and slide down the whole thing.
and we going.
Yeah, because it's silly. Let's do dexterity checks as you guys kind of like slide down. I'll say
What?
between Manny and Crash, you're not in danger of dying. I just want to know how gracefully you
Oh
slide
boy.
down.
I'm not graceful on my skateboard.
It's a 13 from Bentley.
Okay, this is perfect. So CJ, you go down first on your skateboard.
6, boys.
And you start bombing the hill, and you're like, yeah! And then Bentley, you're like, crash, water slide! As you're going down, CJ, all of a sudden, you see this like little stream, and then this massive flood catches you off your feet. You're like, ah! And you just tumble down, and you just immediately begin sliding all the way down this hill.
Nice.
And then towards the bottom, you can see Crash is kind of holding this large bubble of water, and you're like, oh man,
lovely.
And you just go straight into it, kind of tumble around, and then just get deposited. As Bentley, you just, like, you kind of go down like a pencil, and you're just... And you're about to slam it, and you feel between Manny and Crash, they kind of like arc you up, and you kind of do this like big loop in the water, and then whoosh, kind of deposit on the outside of the loop.
Sick. I'm Tony Hawk.
My name is
skateboard.
My name is Anthony Hawk.
I just bodyboard.
Sick.
That was badass.
That was dope.
Fantastic.
Oh man. But yeah, you guys make your way down the hill, and I'll say you're probably a 2-hour walk outside of Amberite.
Sweet.
Sick.
At a reasonable pace. And we'll wrap this here, and we'll pick it up with everybody. So thanks for watching, everybody. Catch you when everybody's here.
Bye.
Manny has grown substantially following his expedition, and the boys have made a new friend on their way down the mountain. How will things change when the tots are all back together? If you enjoyed this episode of Boarding Party, please consider leaving a like on the video to show your support. If you'd like to see more of the tots and stay up to date on the Laris region, why not subscribe to the channel? If you'd like to help us out in other ways, you can follow the links in this video's description box to our Patreon. From there, you can join the discussions in our Discord servers, or check out the post show still rolling to get a recap of every session with myself and the crew. There are also links if you'd like to check out some Boarding Party merch, and let us know in the comments below what you thought about Manny's test and Bentley's new companion. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you this Thursday for the reunion of the tots in the conclusion of Session 100.